Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 video for you guys today. Today you're going to see that we are going to be previewing the patch that will be dropping on the 27th of April. Now this patch is pretty huge because it'll feature the return of the slime collab, which will be starting on the 4th of May. And also because, there's just a lot of content that we've been missing out in the game lately, and finally we have more content. I think the timing with this release was kind of planned with the timing of like Honkai Star Rail, so that they don't lose too many player base or fans to that game, which kind of makes sense in the long run. So yeah, they're starting off. The collab will be starting on the 4th of May, running for 2 weeks. I don't think we're getting a new unit, but we will be getting some buffs to some of the units and also exclusive equipments as well. So also alongside that, we have the Forger Epic Gear event. If you guys are not familiar with this, basically, just by playing the game, you'll be able to forge a almost perfect left side piece and also an almost perfect right side piece as well. We're also getting Moonlight Kairon, which I am super excited for because he looks sick. He's been one of the most long awaited Moonlight 5-star units in the game, and also because I have a lot of copies of him so that I can actually use it to dupe his ML finally. Now we also have hero promotion improvements, which will make it so that Phantasma are being converted into a new currency known as Spirit Bloom, which will make upgrading your heroes a lot more easier and a lot more quicker, and more easier to manage. We're also going to get some equipment management improvements, which will make a lot more easier for just managing your equipment, obviously, and it'll make the game just feel a lot more modern. We also have episode 1 and tutorial being simplified because honestly the beginning of the game is very, very complicated. We also have the start of the new arena and guild wars schedule as well. So the same 3 units are coming out. If you are interested in the buffs, we'll talk about Shuna's buffs right after we talk about her exclusive equipment. But you're going to see the first exclusive equipment we have is Millim's actually. It's going to be a critical hit chance exclusive equipment, which is insane, one of the best for damage dealers. You're going to see for skill 1, she'll actually heal more now if you use that one. You also have one that will increase the damage of her S2. You also have one with her S3, which will actually generate another additional focus when you defeat an enemy with it, which is going to be pretty much almost always the case because it hits so dang hard. I think for the most part, guys, probably the skill 1 will be the best here because of the fact that if you put her on a more bruiser build with that evasion buff, she can actually sustain very well. Otherwise, maybe in the S3 because it's going to hit really hard. Usually the games are decided before S2 goes off anyway, so really up to you. Now for Shuna's, we're going to see that we have 2 for her S2 and 1 for her S3. For her S2, you can actually increase her barrier strength or even give herself a 30% CR push when using that Blooming Lotus. For her S3, guys, you're going to see an increased sleeping spell sleep effect chance by 15%, which is pretty nice. And like I said, guys, this is the Epic Gear event that you can forge. Basically, you just have to spend energy and do your weekly and daily achievements, and you'll be able to get a piece of gear with your desired set and also your desired piece and your desired substats as well. These pieces cannot be reforged though, so they are going to be a little bit worse than perfect pieces of gear, but they're still very good. Now, like I said, ML Kairon, he's going to be available on the 11th of May. We can preview him on the 10th, and we also have the hero promotion improvements, like I said. Spirit Bloom will be a new currency that you can actually use to upgrade your heroes now, and you don't really need Phantasma anymore, which will make it a lot more easier to manage, and you can even convert your Phantasma to actually that Spirit Bloom, as you can see in the transmission screen, and I assume you just won't get Phantasma anymore at all. Now we also have Alchemist Steeple. You're basically going to be able to make more charms every single week now, and they're also reducing the cost that it costs to actually make those charms, which means all the people struggling with your charms, you finally are going to get more charms every week. So episode 1 and tutorial simplified. There's a very detailed response on their website if you want to look at it. We also have the arena season also changing, meaning that the hit set will be purchasable now. Even though this set is pretty bad, I think the base stats are pretty good, so you can actually use this even as an early game player. Just run some broken sets as well. Also, we have a new banner, guys. Right after the update, we have Assyria starting for a week alongside the very good banner Song of Stars. 2 very, very good things to pull for. And we also have Bellona as well alongside her banner, or not her banner, her artifact Iron Fan, both of which will run until the collab starts. For the collab, guys, like I said, it starts on the 4th of May, so you're going to see Millim starts on the 4th, as well as remember they're going to be running alongside their respective artifacts as well. For ML Kairon, since he's coming out on the 11th of May, he'll be running from that day, obviously. He'll also be running alongside ML Shadow Rose, and the coin shop is also rotating to the units on your screen here as well. If you guys were curious on what is being changed for Shuna's kit, probably very curious because it might make her very good. Basically, they're kind of reworking her in a sense. Not a lot of skill changes, but they're making it so that she doesn't use focus anymore, which was the biggest problem with her kit, because she kind of seemed like a unit that needed to, react to situations very quickly. But if you have to build focus, like what's the point? So they're removing the focus aspect from her kit, and because of this, they will be changing her soul runes and also some of her skills as well. So the first thing is going to be her S1. So her S1, guys, is actually going to now heal not only herself but everyone on her team, which is very, very nice. And you can also soul run this to grant an extra attack with the same skill. So it won't give you an extra turn anymore like it used to, but you can actually just use it and attack twice with it. The point of soul burning this before was to build that extra focus so you can activate your S3. Now we have our S2, guys, Blooming Lotus. So this will actually be changed to not dispel 2 debuffs from all allies anymore, but it will only do 1. This will also actually only grant a barrier for 2 turns now instead of 3. Now, even though this is just a flat up nerf, because of that exclusive equipment, just keep in mind that bigger barrier strength is going to more than make up for the lack of that extra debuff cleanse. And also keep in mind that you can actually have this CR push yourself by 30% as well. We also have our S3 being changed, right? So it's not going to cost 5 focus and not have a cooldown, but now you just will have a flat cooldown now. And what it will do is it will actually just do the same thing, dispel 2 buffs from all enemies, and also have a chance to put them to sleep for 1 turn instead of 2, and also have a 100% chance to decrease their attack for 2 turns. And this is very nice because with that exclusive equipment, this sleep will be a 100% chance, which will make her a pretty decent control unit. Only problem though is, guys, like honestly, even with these changes, I don't know if she'll be that great. Because she just seems like she's way too slow and control is just very weak, and she doesn't really do too much besides try to sleep people, right? Her cleanse, 1 debuff cleanse is like whatever, and I guess the healing and barrier can be nice. Hard to say honestly till we test her out, but I personally think she won't be that strong still, but hopefully she is, because it would be nice to have a good free to play collab unit that is very, very good. That's pretty much it for this video though, guys. I just wanted to cover what we were actually expecting for this patch preview. Finally, the collab is here, guys, so hopefully you guys are excited. I'm excited for sure, and I hope to see you guys in game as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.